consequently, we had a big lead.
Right. Chris, I know you heard the score before the game started, but were you surprised at the Virginia-Maryland score?
Well, they had a tough game when they played in Charlottesville. You know, they went overtime also up there. And we thought Virginia, you know, would keep it pretty close, but we didn't realize it would go into a second overtime.
How did the power shortage? We've seen a lot of strange things happen in basketball games, but you had to go back to the locker room. You had to wind down. What did you do in that period of time?
We just sort of went in and just, you know, stayed loose and kind of talked to each other. Just kept stretching out. You know, we didn't want to get tight and anybody get hurt by pulling the muscle or anything, but we just basically sat around and talked about what we had to do this afternoon.
Jerry, you got to look just a little bit at what Duke looked like they were going to try and do. Did that help you going back in the locker room and then coming? It looked like they were going to try and, of course, sack their defense, but also go into a spread offense.
Well, it helped us. We knew they were going to do that. We had great inside players. But we went back into the locker room. A lot of guys just laying around listening to music, trying to be calm and relax.
Whatever you did in the locker room, it looked like it worked because you guys came out fired up.
Yeah, we wanted to win badly for myself, Chris, and Jeb, and we had such great members on our team, and they wanted to win for us also.
Chris, I know they introduced some of your parents today, and this is your last home game. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, you know, it was emotional uprising. I mean, I saw 3 sets of seniors leave before, and I know, you know, it's a big thing for them. It's a big thing for me. I'm glad my parents would come down and make it.
Jimmy, you're going into the tournament now, and you're going in perhaps a little different than you might have expected. You and Virginia tied for first. The #1 team in the country now is up for grabs again. Your thoughts on the tournament?
We're really looking forward to it. We might have to play Duke again. We never know. So we're just going to see how the pairings come out and anticipate going into a great tournament.
Looking at it the way it falls now, it looks like you guys would probably, there'll be a coin flip, but you'll probably play either Georgia Tech or Clemson. Do you have any choice or preference there?
No, any team that we play is going to be tough. So I just hope we play the team that doesn't play that well come next Friday.
You had some pretty big shoes to fill when you came to Chapel Hill 4 years ago. Perhaps the greatest guard play here was Bill Ford, and you made a great transition. Was it difficult at first?
It was at first because the people were expecting a second Bill Ford, and we have 2 contrasting games. He's a great player. He's one of the best that ever played the game, and I consider myself a complimentary player, so I think they adjusted to my style fairly quickly.
Jimmy, you've had a great career here. One of the things that I attribute to you that I think is just great, you're the ball handler, you're the guy that sets up the team, but yet some teams are giving you the outside shot, and I've seen you hit some very big shots for your team this year.
I hope they continue to give me the outside shot. I have confidence in it, and I'll just knock it in.
Chris, you have to play 2 or 3 different positions. I know you come in and play some center, you come in and play some forward, you have to practice against 2 great players. Sam Perkins and James Worthy. I know that's made you a better player.
Well, I mean, playing against 2 All-Americans can only help me. That's all it can do.
There's no question about that. Today you had, I believe, your best scoring output, and you saved the best for last, 10 points today.
Well, I'm glad I said the best for last, but there's more to come.
Well, talking about the tournament, your thoughts on, it looks like you played Georgia Tech or Clemson. Of course, you can't look at just one game. The teams that you look for to be very tough.
Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter either or, you know, which team we're going to play, but, you know, we just have to be prepared and hope, you know, we'll come out on the top end of it the night we play.
We talked about, Jimmy, your game, of course, today, and then the Virginia-Maryland game. There was also a great game. I don't know if you saw any of it, but in Raleigh today between Wake Forest and State. Wake Forest came out on top.
No, we didn't get a chance to see any of that, but I heard that Wake Forest beat them in their own backyard.
Both those teams are playing very well. You guys played just great today. I want to congratulate you on a fine season and a fine career at North Carolina. Now back to Jim Thacker.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. And, of course, now we head toward the ACC tournament. Here are the final standings of this season. Virginia, North Carolina tie for first place. They'll flip tomorrow to decide the #1 seeding.